It's DSP's top 8 worst games of the year. Number 7, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Now, admittedly, out of most of the games in our worst games countdown this year, this game was probably the smallest scale release. I hadn't even heard that this game was going to come out until the day that it was suddenly released on Xbox Live. Now, I myself, growing up as a huge fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, am always jumping on top of a new Turtles release, and I wanted to see what exactly this one was going to be. Once I did some research, I was told it was supposed to be a little bit of a more darker, gritty kind of game. The Turtles were supposed to look realistic, and it was going to be some kind of a cooperative action beat-em-up that you could play with 3 other people over the internet. Well, that's probably the most bare bones description of the game that you can have. What I can tell you about this game is this. It's a broken, hideous mess of a piece of crap game. I cannot believe that this game was made, and at this point I'm officially going to say I'm getting tired of my favorite franchises from childhood being driven into the ground just for the sake of making a cheap buck in the modern here and now. So, TMNT Out of the Shadows is just horrible. The controls are extremely simplistic. They don't respond very well. The best way I can describe the controls of TMNT OOTS is this. Imagine trying to play the guitar when your hand is in a full hand cast. That's what it feels like. Your fingers are completely encased in gauze because you know what to do in a beat-em-up game. There's nothing too complex about it. So why is it so hard to control this game? It seems like you always want to have certain combos or moves come out, and they don't really come out. In fact, with some of the camera angles, you can't even tell if what you're doing is actually coming out or not. It's absolutely preposterous. It's absolutely frustrating. And also, the game is incredibly buggy. In my very first attempt to play this game, after getting to the second boss, the boss disappeared and never reappeared, forcing us, if you can believe it, to completely replay that entire chapter of the game because there were no checkpoints. That's right, if you die, there were checkpoints. But in the game, there were no enemies, so we couldn't kill ourselves to die. Having to reset the game, we had to replay over 30 minutes of gameplay. This game is unpolished. It screams help. We should have had a more professional studio handle the title. It almost seems unfinished when you really play it. It's just a hideous mess. And knowing that coming up soon we're going to have a new Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that's just going to run another one of my favorite franchises into the ground, I'm disgusted that this game was put out. I'm pissed that I tried it. Avoid it like the plague. Even if they have it as a free downloadable title, don't fucking get it. It's a piece of steaming shit. Wipeout. Bogus. Up next, the most recent outing from a well-known game developer goes horribly wrong. Check it out.